India's wildest moments caught on camera were mostly when Lil Durk wasn't looking, but one time while sitting next to her man, she goes, "Shiz my like on my cheat day." This bold assertion from Lil Durk's wife came on the heels of a warning she had warned the rapper about ignoring her calls. "If you don't call back in 10 minutes, you're big one. See, the thing with me is, and you think I'm going to ring down the line." As payback, India goes all out after declaring that she is free on the streets of Twitter. With Lil Durk now in jail, more of these moments are beginning to surface online. First, Lil Durk's girl proudly declares cheat days. Unlike most rappers, Lil Durk was lucky enough to have a day one girl who has been by his side long before he became a household brand. But it has not been all bed and roses for the duo. While Lil Durk has had his fair share of controversies involving other women, India Royale isn't a saint either, and some of her wildest moments have been captured on camera. The YouTube lifestyle vlogger and model once shocked fans with an admission about their romance while sitting next to her man, India, then goes on about having the chance to cheat. But this is only scheduled on vacation days.
That's the only time that I cheat my diet. So,
What you mean?
you know.
As India begins to stutter, her man comes to rescue after playfully accepting that it was about food. Lil Durk then proceeds to hug his fiancée, who resisted getting trapped by his on-screen PDA as she continued talking to her audience behind the camera.
It's about food.
It's just regular vacation.
While explaining to fans, India stole a glance at Lil Durk, who immediately turned and asked what you mean before jokingly pointing his hands on her hand, following Lil Durk's gesture of a supposed gun to her head. India quickly clarified that it was all about her diet. As India begins to stutter, her man comes to rescue after playfully accepting that it was about food. Lil Durk then proceeds to hug his fiancée, who resisted getting trapped by his on-screen PDA as she continued talking to her audience behind the camera. It's just regation some fans who are well aware of India's diet, all thanks to her YouTube vlogging, immediately got the scoop on the story. They gushed on the duo by dropping admirable words and emojis. One person wrote, "My favorite couples is the fact y'all delusional," in the comments, if you didn't hear her say she cheats her diet, added another. However, most of the commenters agreed that Lil Durk's reaction to the joke was nothing close to romantic. That's showing all insecure simp vibes. "Ladies, stay away from men like this. That's an early grave," a comment read. Meanwhile, some claimed that pulling an imaginary gun to her head is how he might handle things if she cheated. This exactly how expect a Chicago to act. Gun to the head, a commenter posted. However, other fans believe that the rapper was overreacting because his girl said cheat. These fans found it hard to believe since Lil Durk had a baby with another woman a few years ago while dating India, but he be cheating on her real bad. One person claimed she can't even use the word cheat. Girl, run far as F, a fan wrote. Another group of comments suggested that India was not lying about cheating. "She probably ain't even joking," the person added. Still on one of India's camera moments that caused some wildest reactions from fans, I bring you the Mystery Man saga. Back in March 2023, Lil Durk and his leading lady split. But as with previous breakups, this did not last very long. However, all eyes were on India as she lived freely and connected with more people once Lil Durk was off her charts. In one of the images she shared post-breakup, the model was spotted wearing nothing but a swimsuit while lounging in the pool. But that was not what got fans talking. India's post featured a man posing right behind her as she held the phone for a cute selfie, while his eyes were partially shut. His fix remained on the camera. Not long after media outlets shared the post, and everyone buzzed about the possibly new man in her life. As expected, this photo triggered a lot of comments from fans of India and Lil Durk's romance. While many claimed that the duo and the image were simply best friends, others believed that India was well within her rights to move on if she wanted to. Their comments read by, she said that was her BFF. Durk got to get out his feelings. LW, she moved on. He's not that much of a mystery, Al. As for some of Lil Durk's loyalists, they added that India looked basic without the rapper in her life, and that he could also move on with other women as she did. They wrote these, "Why she start looking mid as soon as they broke up? He can get two more. Like her, why would he care? She going to be forgotten soon and start throwing in shade when he get a new bae. She famous cause of him, so her business flourish." but without his super status attached to her business, going to feel it. I'll forgive that man sometimes. Reel off fast forward to more than a year later. And some people still believe that India might be onto the next relationship once she is away from Lil Durk. But what inspired this sentiment is way different from clips or photos. In fact, it is coming at a time when Lil Durk and India have solidified their romance. And sadly, when the rapper is in a bucket of trouble, controversial comedian and blunt online speak or Charleston White weighed in on the future of the Coup's romance. If Lil Durk gets sentenced to prison before diving into why the feds are in Lil Durk's review and him being in jail. Let's hear what Charleston believes India would do.
She gonna try to play tough and just bulldiker, play bulldiker. But shit, somebody go sneak and get that. You lying to me? Somebody from the label.
Charleston maintained that India would get bored, and some guy would propose to be her solution while pretending to want to help her out. The comedian went further to throw a jack at Lil Durk, saying he would be the perfect old man for his fans. Charleston added that he would look after his child with her. It didn't stop there. The comedian claimed that India would get triggered by her girlfriends, which would lead her to cheat with somebody from the OTF record label founded by Lil Durk. The comedian's theory is that India has always had a fallback guy she often relied on during her breakup with Lil Durk. To him, this guy is not known to the rapper, but he's there, and he will come to India's rescue soon. A handful of fans agreed that if Lil Durk is put away in prison in his future conviction, his fans may start to act single, while outside Charleston's talks about a guy not known hitting on India brings to mind the man who added her as his wallpaper. This made news last year when an OTF member made a video showing off what his friend did. The affiliate to the OTF had Lil Durk's lover as his wallpaper. He even chose a picture of her posing in an outfit with plunging neckline that left little to imagination. Whether Charleston will prove to be correct, only time will tell. But in the meantime, neither Lil Durk nor India has made comments about her cheating predictions. Since October, the rapper has been locked away in Broward County Jail, Florida. Prosecutors claimed that the OTF founder, alongside 5 others, were guilty of conspiracy to murder rival Quando Rondo in retaliation for King Von's murder. These men were Cav London, Grant DeAndre, Dantrell Wilson, Keith Jones, David Brian Lindsay, and Asa Houston. Court documents suggest that these 5 men tailed Quando in Los Angeles, only to kill his cousin. LPAB Lil Durk was immediately hit with a murder for hire charge. But more recently, he got 2 other charges, and sources say if convicted, he and his crew in custody faces life behind bars. As to where that leaves India, maybe her actions while they were separated will provide the best answers. India Rael twerks up a storm on her birthday. India may have very few times when she causes a storm on the internet, but when she gets on the news, it's often loud. Back in 2023, after a public breakup with her man, and the YouTube vlogger celebrated her birthday in style. She then went on to share a sneak peek of how her day went in an uploaded clip to her Instagram story. India donned an all-white body-clinging dress with side cuts that revealed parts of her skin. It seemed like an all-girls outing in a club with everyone enjoying the loud music. The model could be seen twerking while her friends rubbed on her body and egged her on.
Yeah, I ain't coming home. I hate home. Never. I hate home. Never.
Just seconds after the video dropped, fans clawed in with their thoughts on the seemingly failed romance. Some comments hinted that India fell off badly after her time with Lil Durk. They criticized her for acting ratchet, lacking class and composure. I thought she was more classy than this. Heartbreaking for Durk. Time to move on, champ. This video shows she was no different than any other. Some championed India by stating that she was merely enjoying herself. One comment read, "She twerking around all females," and y'all saying pray for Durk. That man was screwing women in their relationship. An engagement, let sis twerk with her friends. As for what fans believe Lil Durk thought at the time, a fan tweeted, "Well, he said earlier that it's been over and stop associating his name with her. Y'all the weird ones keeping it going." But what many fans agreed to at the time was that India was done and dusted, as this was the first time she was shaking her butt in public to prove that they were indeed speaking the truth. The model followed up her twerking video by admitting that she just had a taste of the streets. This time, the clip did not show India going wild with loud music busting through the speakers. Neither was there any dancing. Rather, India looked every bit serious while lip-syncing to the voiceover that played in the background in the clip. India wrote, "When you get a taste of the streets," her answer to that was. At the time, not many supported India's position on her post-romance with Lil Durk on X. They confirmed that India was not over her ex. Some even mentioned that the street life was already tough on her. The person quipped, "Nothing to brag about looking rough, love looking. Like streets already wearing your weave and walls out India girl if you miss Durk. Then say that because you've been talking entirely too much about how you enjoy being single. You know you ain't done with him, FLOL," a second commenter added before the online drama that debated about India's happiness without Durk. The model confirmed that she was free, and single India made several tweets hinting that her happy ever after with the rapper had crumbled. Did she say why? Well, through it all the YouTuber stayed muted on the reason, but fans who had been paying attention will recall that it all started with Lil Durk, the Deep Thoughts rapper who has 6 children from different women, shocked fans with a post of him talking about being a father to another son. Many theorized that the lovebirds had broken up because of Lil Durk's infidelity. While Lil Durk did not conveniently explain why they broke up, he showered India with praises and confessed his love for her. "She played a small part. She really a good girl who lived life from a good guy, good husband, 'cause I just overt talk, never listened to her pain back when she was back pregnant Willow in the belly. A fat mom." He stated the artist took it up a notch by seemingly begging her to come back to him in his words. "So I ain't perfect, but I'm for you and I love you, and I'm all ears whenever we get back in a relationship you saved. My life with you and Willow and Big Sky outside, all my kids. You was there, rip thing, real love, not paid situation. I just love her to death." She fed up. But it must save us in the midst of the chaos. One of Lil Durk's baby mama and ex-girlfriend with whom he shares a child, Trevanna Craig, called him out. She complained about his being a deadbeat dad to their son, adding that he was merely a clown who lives on internet controversies. Her message read, "You talking about having another son when you haven't done for our son yet like you promised. So since you love being internet, let's be internet. Then 'cause I've been respectful to you and your family long enough, the attention you looking for you getting it today. I'm sick and tired of your clown antics." As for how India handles this type of controversy surrounding the man she is dating, let's just say she acts maturely, even when they have their single mood antennas on. Since the beginning of her romance with Lil Durk, there have been times when they go on breaks because of his actions. Back in 2022, India announced that she was a free agent. At the time, she had unfollowed her fans on social media. Neither of them said why it happened, but word on the street was that Lil Durk cheated on India. Despite being able to patch things up with fans admiring how far they've come, India and Lil Durk entered into murky waters again in April 2024. The couple fueled breakup rumors. Following an online exchange, Lil Durk made a tweet about loyalty, to which India reacted. The rapper chimed in, "Label me the voice." Only in a video he added,
"I love you to death, you've been holding me down, you know what I'm saying, when I was going through a lot. You know what I'm saying, you've been a realist to me. And you know what I'm saying, like, I just love you to death."
Clyde Durk shuts down concert for his fans. It doesn't matter how many times things fall apart with India, Lil Durk has proven to be just as into her as she is into him. In October 2021, the pair sent fans on a gushing spree after they interacted online about starting family the traditional way. Lil Durk made a tweet about getting married and having a son with India together. They share a daughter named Willow. He said, "She asked me what I want for my birthday. I told her a son, and for us to get married." India later commented on her boo tweet, adding, "You can have whatever you like." Safe to say that he bagged her in front of thousands of audience. After the tweet exchange, a few weeks later, Lil Durk popped the question in a crowded arena. The rapper was performing for the 107.5 WGC I Big Jam concert at the United Center in his hometown Chicago. While on the big stage, Lil Durk serenaded his lover girl with a 2018 song titled India Part 2. As expected, India, who the song was about, joined him on stage, but soon she turned to walk away after Lil Durk drew her attention to something else. However, This was just a diversion, as that was when Lil Durk did the unexpected. He bent one knee while speaking these words. Crowd did not disappoint, as they all cheered on while enjoying the display of affection. Finally, the rapper asked Be My Wife. India did say yes, before falling into the arms of the man she loves. There were more screams from friends and families, who were all present on the big stage. This memorable moment for the duo inspired fans to congratulate them. Most of the messages online affirmed that many had hoped that their romance would end in marriage. But amid the warm messages and positive predictions, a few fans chose to not see the light at the end of the tunnel. One fan particularly referenced prenup, advising the rapper, saying hope he get a prenup because of what has happened to famous couples who turned exes. The fan cited Jeff Bezos, Amazon CEO, whose divorce settlement with his ex-wife, Mackenzie Scott, entered billions consequently. This made his ex-wife the richest woman in the world at the time, as her net worth topped $62 billion. Another example close to home, referenced in the fan's post, was Dre following the music icon's divorce from Nicole Young. The court ordered him to part with $100 million. Additionally, his ex-wife was to go away with luxury items and properties, as he was not eligible for spousal support. But all of these theories did not seem to concern India and her leading man. They went on about their business, professing their love online and away from the cameras. In fact, in that same year of their proposal, Lil Durk fought off rumors of their breakup. CIA fans had noticed that Durk had unfollowed India on social media to add fuel to fire. India also deleted all photos of the Chicago rapper from her Instagram page. However, before the rumors could fly, the couple told fans that there was nothing to be afraid of. In a reshared clip by The Shade Room, the duo could be seen teasing the naysayers as they kissed before wrapping up the show-off. Lil Durk goes,
Did 12 years.
12
got
years.
out, interviewed, said he kept it real, brought him cars, gave him 50,000.
Right.
This. Made mention that ain't no smut on his name. He ain't never been a rat. Caught a gun case, but eventually he flipped.
In another online charade moment, Lil Durk announces that his lady keeps it real, so he gifted her $100,000 in cash while flaunting the stacked up dollar bills. The rapper wrote, India mean LOL 100K for being 100 when Lil Durk isn't posting about his girl. He's making the internet run wild by promoting her passion. The Chicago native was featured on Drake's Certified Lover Boy album. Together, he dropped some bars on the In the Bible song, leaving fans to dot on his romance with India. The rapper's verse goes, India Royale Cosmetic. I'm just promoting my Drake song. Do 1 billion streams for sure. I'm just promoting her. Not long after the song dropped, a fan yaps on about Lil Durk being a lover boy who felt the need to add India to his song. Lil Durk Still Got Me Weekend. The middle of the song, he just goes, India Royale Cosmetics. I'm just promoting my Drake songs, doing big streams for sure. I'm just promoting her. It ain't have nothing to do with the song. That boy just wanted to put his girl on the fans post. Read with the pace Lil Durk has set in his affairs with India. Many cannot help but wonder what's next for them now that he is in the police net. As stated earlier, the rapper was arrested in October amid his call for loyalty and romance and friendship in numerous songs. Lil Durk ended up being snitched on by that one person he called a friend, according to court documents and sources online. OTF Jam, a member of his record label, had reported the way the crew operated. OTF Jam, who once praised Lil Durk for giving him a head start following a 12-year sentence he served, had been wearing a wire throughout his time with the group. OTF Jam had been convicted of a shooting that happened in 2010, but he was finally released in 2022. Once he got out, Lil Durk handed $50,000 to him. The rapper willingly accepted him into the OTF crew. Little did he know that the newcomer would expose him to the feds. Whack 100 told DJ Vlad that the snitch did not intend to turn against Lil Durk until he caught a gun charge after his release in 2022. Legal papers suggest that Lil Durk is responsible for placing a bounty on people he wanted dead. What awaited those who carried out these requests included record deals and other favors in cash. OTF Jam snitched on Lil Durk's involvement in the murder of Quando Rondo's cousin Lil in 2022. Although Quando was the target, the men who Lil Durk collided with shot someone different. But despite this stake, Kwandu Lil Durk's rival was seriously hurt. Now, more than 2 years later, Lil Durk has been fired with more than 2 felony charges linking the shootings to him. One of the first big blows Lil Durk felt after getting arrested was him losing the honorary key to the village of Broadview. Officials in the municipality quickly disassociated from the Chicago-born once they heard the news of his arrest. Mayor Katrina Thompson confirmed via statement that the city was terminating their collaboration with Lil Durk's non-governmental organization. But through the highs and lows, one person who isn't running far away from Lil Durk is his woman. Although India has not made a public statement of what she thinks of the case, the model has played her role like any loyal girlfriend would right after his arrest. India showed up in the courtroom in the image making the rounds on the internet. India ditched her flawless beauty hack to show up looking very natural, and sober fans could not help but agree that Lil Durk is indeed blessed to have her by his side. Some comments read: she a real one, most would have left their man, she's just a sweet soul, if you got to hold me if I ever catch a bid standing by her man. To some fans, India's gesture wasn't considered a big deal. They maintained that any loving girlfriend would turn up for their man when in trouble. One fan wrote, "Were you expecting me to be at the court in Herstead, baby? That's her man." Others simply held on to a pessimistic mindset, claiming that the display of a port would not hold for long. The person quipped, "Let's see if she will stick to him during this hard time." With the differences in opinions, one thing remains clear: Lil Durk has not had to suffer the loss of a long-time relationship. Well, at least not yet together. India and Lil Durk's romance has stood the test of time. There have been breakups, makeups, and show-offs. Although the court maintains that if Lil Durk is found guilty, he may be put away for a long time, possibly a life sentence. India's support for him has refueled the hopes of fans. Truly, the model is more famous, and her online interactions began generating heavy traffic because of her involvement with the rapper. Even when they were apart, fans could not stop linking the two together. But now fans have recognized that India does hold down her forte, and for someone like Lil Durk, India has stayed loyal. If you enjoyed this content and would not want to miss more up-to-date videos,